want to pass on to you is that, friends, you'd really better believe that what we're doing in this room and the very government that we adhere to changes the world. You might think that the church is always following the culture. I would submit to you that the culture is always following the church. Let me explain what I mean by that. Jesus instituted a government in the church that is radically different than the world's. It is a government marked by a multiplicity of leaders, leaders representing a congregation, leaders representing a presbytery or a ministry working together, and balance of power. Well, friends, in the 2nd century, very shortly, the church starts taking her cues from the world and begins erecting something more like a hierarchy among church leaders. By the 4th century, church power was increasingly consolidated in higher-ranking officers, bishops, archbishops, up the line. And the world was smitten with that exact same distinction. So that for about 1,000 years, friends, the church was virtually marked by an aristocracy and a peasantry, higher church officers, and the world was marked by the same, lords and peasants. But do you know what happened in the 16th century? The Reformation happened. Church government was reformed, and a recovery of a Presbyterian government spread across Europe. And guess what happened? At the very same time, and on the heels of Reformation in the church, you began to see in civil governments, constitutional republics with balances of power. As went the church, so went the world, and you now live in a country whose government was literally informed by the structures that pervaded the Presbyterian churches. You have balances of power. You have elected officials as opposed to monarchs. Friends, it is an undeniable way in which the church has changed the world. The good news has changed the world. What this means is that it should, frankly, concern you. That there is an increasing movement and momentum in 21st century Christianity to have celebrity pastors who reign from on high. What do you think the parallel of that is going to be, and already is, in politics? To invest total power and control in one man. To have no interest or even knowledge of who our local elected officials are. And to functionally return to a monarchy. We must guard the government of the church. We must understand the wisdom of that government and understand it changes the world.